I picked up a Kastan last year, Casa Grande, to my BMX picking videos on my YouTube channel, and I was talking to the world's biggest collector, and I said, okay, so do they make stamp and non-stamp front hubs? Because the last two Kastan hubs I have are stamped. He says yes, because he saw my picture. He says your strut is the first style, it's a phototype. So I texted my buddy Hyman back and told him that, hey, yeah, this is the phototype hub. I just verified that the world's biggest collector. He said, yes, it was #1. I said, so what do you mean? Was it the first style hub, or did you get the very first one off the production line, the phototype series? He said it was the very first phototype frame fork before they went into production. He said, yeah, frame #1 too, but sold it years ago. Both the original strut, cupped that hub. On one of the Kastan BMX pages, when I got kicked off, my Hyman buddy got kicked off, there was a topic about it, and it verified the hub. See, my buddy Hyman that I met, I told him about a bike that I found, and it was his actual bike that he built for his nephew, and that's the world's first phototype hub. And here he is talking about the hub. Hub shop was mine. I worked for Glenn at Tip Distributor. I also had the first production Kastan Pro frame, #1, and it was tested in Super BMX. I sold it for an XL. I had 2 other type struts, lost track of them. So in this case, the story is legit. And then you got other guys asking him, and he got the answers. It's no unfortunate I don't. Worked at the warehouse, picked parts, and built bikes. So this other person's asking him about it, and he says, yep, that's right. Didn't realize what I had. I was only 16 at the time. To make it even more bizarre, DD worked with me at TIT and built the bike for me. At that time, he was still riding for free agent. There he is. This is Kastan Pro frame minus the strut. I got the strut a few months later. This is a picture of him racing it. 1989 for the record. This is Hyman said, had nothing to do with me. Met Toby, introduced himself, showed me the strut and the bike, and I told him it was mine, and told the story behind it. This guy said, how can you tell this was the exact hub and yours again? Ever identified marks on it? He said the bike ended up was mine too. It was an old GT Pro, had my crankset, seat post, etc. He saw my video of me pulling it out, Casa Grande BMX picking. Here's where the haters start asking him more questions. It's really not a deal. Test rider, Chandler BMX. Outside of that, who cares? I don't need to justify this to anyone. Wow. And I told him to be haters on it, you know. So maybe BMX Plus, dude, really? Here's my video from a YouTube channel from last year when I first found this bike. So here it is, world's first phototype Kastan hub, very first one ever made, and has been verified. Even with the bike shop in Mesa, I had 4 people identify and verify this. This is it. It's legit. Hyman worked at Tip Distributor. This bike, the last piece of his very first #1 Kastan. This is the hub he saved. This right here is a first generation chromoly fork, not brazed. And he built this bike, this GT, up for his nephew. I just happened to find it last year. BMX picking in Casa Grande. A true piece of BMX history, a true piece of Arizona BMX history. I wasn't to give this to the BMX world's collector of Kastan, but I'm afraid that he might strip it down and polish out the hub and not keep it the true tradition BMX piece of history out of this. So this bike is not for sale. I just want to point out the facts and verify what I have. Thank you.